Record もう行けます。大丈夫ですか？
お金払うの？大丈夫です。大丈夫でした。なんかそうかドリンク。
すごいハウリングするんだけど。聞こえる？ここだったら大丈夫。このぐらいなら大丈夫ですね。始めましょうか。大丈夫ですか？ショーキャスター？大丈夫ですか？So Pele, are you ready?
I'll be ready.
Okay. Thank you everybody for coming under this heat. We are very pleased to have this event with Mr. Ishii. Mr. Ishii is a CEO of a company called Couger, and he has a very interesting background. He used to work for Rakuten, and also he has done some development for Honda and IBM, yes, yeah. And besides AI technology, he has been also doing on the forefront of blockchain, and he is like a regional head of Ethereum, Enterprise Ethereum Alliance. So today he's going to talk about this Rachel, the virtual human agent, how this virtual human agent is impacting business on a large scale. Very interesting story. So please welcome Mr. Ishii.
Thank you very much. Hi, nice to meet you. I'm Ishii. I'm a CEO of Couger. Today I will introduce about our technology. It's called Rachel. Rachel is a virtual human agent. Virtual human agent is a kind of human-like interface AI. And today's presentation, mainly I speak in English and sometimes in Japanese for some comment. So yeah, let me start. Okay, first, let me talk about our company, Couger. We both background is in Rakuten, and maybe you guys know Rakuten. Rakuten is like Japanese Amazon. And I was working for the developing the search engines. And this Hikaru, he is in charge of the large-scale architecture development. And so, we both is very strong for the specializing developing system for hundreds of millions of access per day. So we are very strong for the large-scale development. And for this technology, virtual human agent, we gave lecture in Stanford University. And it is very unique lecture. I explained the entire technology about the virtual human agent. And everybody is very excited in this lecture. And let me talk about the Cougar's unique point. And in Cougar, we had the world-class performance in 3 different areas. First, we started for a game company, and we got the top sales in Japan. And also, we are developing large, big title games such as Final Fantasy. Maybe you guys know. And also,
So our Rachel is just like a game. Actually, Rachel works for the real world game. So we expand the real world. And for the perception AI, we got second place in the IEEE competition. And also, we got third place in the Facebook research competition.
that both is for computer
Vision.
vision.
And also, our paper is accepted
in the top
NLP conference.
And
we started for the blockchain because blockchain is known for the currency technology, but the point is blockchain is creating the reliability. So we started for the blockchain to creating the reliability for the AI or data. And so the blockchain, I am the regional head in Japan for Enterprise Ethereum Alliance. And also we collaborate with the Ethereum Foundation. And also our some confidential technology is certificated official technology in Ethereum Foundation. That's our
point.
And we provide this Rachel virtual human agent. So let me show you the past achievement for Rachel.
And this is
Where are you from?
Germany.
You came from far away.
That's true. Have you been to Germany?
No, I have not, but I will be going there in May. If you have any questions about me, please ask.
How old are you?
That is a secret.
Where are you from?
I'm from Shibuya, Japan.
What do you do, Rachel? What's your hobby?
Started to learn dancing. Okay, I will try.
Yeah,
next one. This is the
Rachel on the
shopping mall and Rachel communicated with the customer. And this use case, Rachel broadcasts the drone race. Drone race is very complex. It's very difficult to understand the situation. And so in this use case, Rachel recognizes the race situation, and Rachel explains the race.
Congratulations.
This year, Rachel is working for the store manager's assistant in the store manager is very busy, and their job is very complex. So Rachel can help their job. This is like Rachel provides some store managing game. Store manager is using Rachel every day. I will show you the demo, and this is the image. And for example, Rachel explained some situation about for example, just number of the customer increased compared to the previous month's result. Store manager can understand the situation.
人型の AI が忙しいコンビニの店長をサポートします。私の名前はレイチェルです。
特徴的な女性の AI。ファミリーマートは今日、店長の業務をサポートする人型 AI アシスタントの導入を発表しました。
日々の変化を見せて。
日々の変化を表示します。おむすび、チルド弁当はここ数日で売れ筋商品の欠品時間がです。
AI とのやり取りにはタブレットを使用。話しかけるだけで日々の商品の売り上げや客数を確認できるだけではなく、店舗ごとの特徴をもとに発注や売り場作りなどをアドバイスしてくれます。また、競争意識の強い店長には自分の店の売上順位が分かる情報を伝えるなど、店長の性格に合わせたコミュニケーションもできるといいます。わたる店長業務をサポートする人型 AI アシスタント。この技術はテクノロジー企業クーガーが開発。音声認識技術やゲーム AI 技術をしています。
日々たくさんありますし、やはり店舗は経営ですから、日常の業務ですね、定型化できる業務を極力。
ファミリーマートは2023年度までに全国の3割にあたるおよそ5000店舗への導入を目指します。
Okay, so this is Rachel, and we provide this human. So why human like AI? We are now we explain. The point is, we believe data and human communication is the important. This is let me talk about why we provide the human-like interface. On this, human have the habit of seeing a figure. If you have the three dots, a human seeing, this means the brain automatically searches for human face. Always. This is the point. This is for the baby. If baby couldn't find a face around, it's very dangerous. So the people's human brain human is most influential and communicative. This is you can understand no teacher and the teacher, and you don't need a teacher in this thing, but we understand the issue through the teacher's gestures and the explanations, and also we know we could deeply understand some news or contents, newscaster's facial expression and the way he spoke. It's very important. Latest innovation, especially in the family mart. The existing service, some service provider, and some needs a supervisor or manager or something like that. And in this user need to understand how to use the computer and how to use the information, and it's very difficult. And with Rachel, Rachel in this area, and Rachel leads onboarding and the onboarding learning and the optimization. So Rachel can help understand the information. Everyone can utilize some tools or information. This is we did in the family mart. And this is a unique feature of the Rachel. We have the three points. And first one is interactive communication, and especially in the convenience store, you can ask questions and make suggestions fast for the user. And so this activity reminds and notice some important information. And so this makes interactive communication. First, Rachel asks for example, today, this order is very important or something like that, and store manager so the two-way communication is started. And second one is ability to promote action. Promote action is so for the smart PC, you can see the text and the image data. And in addition to text and image, Rachel can provide the voice data and facial expression and the movement and the distance. And this is increase the power of the communication that appeals to the 5 senses. This leads to the promotion of action. Like people is coming to your side, and this is important. Like that, this communication is related. Is ability to promote individual support. In the second part, Rachel supports Rachel leads the promotion of the action, means the range of communication and communication ability enables her to understand the user more deeply. So and also user strengths and weakness. Rachel understand. So Rachel can support for optimize the individual. For example, if some user is some user is forget some tasks every day, Rachel suggests you should do today or tomorrow or like that. But some user is doing well. Rachel never said that Rachel is Rachel thankful to the action like that. And and let me talk about the Rachel's capabilities or another use case. And so for the Rachel can be a personal coach. Personal coach means Rachel understand the user's goal and the ability. And for in the convenience store, as I explained, Rachel understands the revenue for last year and the current status. And Rachel communicate with the user to improve the profit and the revenue. And this is a personal coach. And personal navigator means, this is very difficult to understand the complex situation now. If you choose some, maybe if you buy something or if you run some, it's very difficult to understand the what you need to run the best way or and Rachel suggests to the information. So Rachel can real-time search and analysis by voice communication. And in the FamiMart, we provide the store manager's assistant, and also the next version is Rachel can respond the flexible chat. For example, the store manager is asking what kind of item is expected in the summer vacation or like that. And in that timing, Rachel can respond in the very flexible in the voice. Next one is Rachel understands the goal and the capabilities. So for the especially for the store manager's work, Rachel understands the store manager's skill and the performance in each store, and so Rachel suggests some action based on the best practice, and we are now creating the best practice automatically, and so user can understand the best practice. And this one is also Rachel can understand the user's characteristic means based on the online game. For example, if the user want to compete and want to win, Rachel show them some ranking data. For example, if the user want to communicate with other people, Rachel shows other users' status and other users' feedback, and like that. And for example, if the user want to discover some new knowledge, Rachel shows some new information regarding the items or some new idea like that. And for example, if user want to some user want to this user if the user want to some score or some items, Rachel, for example, if user clears some tasks, Rachel suggests some point or Rachel Rachel thankful to the achievement, like that.
人型。
Thank you very much. My presentation is
helping with business development and putting together deals such as the one we did with Itochu and Family Mart. I have another video that really shows Rachel in action in Family Mart show you, and it's going. In the meantime, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. Any questions?
What's the LLM that's being used? What's the LLM that's being used for?
Technical questions. LLM 使ってる LLM があって。
それは
So, let me give you a non-deep technical question. It's what you saw here and what's working in Family Store today does not utilize LLM. We have API to ChatGPT and other LLM and developing applications specific to supporting Family Mart managers, but that's not the main engine that's driving Rachel today. We have a bigger concept not LLM, but large communication model in which, all the interaction, verbal interaction between the Family Mart manager and Rachel actually becomes a database for real communication, and that becomes, big data that's not available anywhere. Utilize. And so we can talk about this. That's what we propose to push forward, is a large communication model rather than a large language model. But we're able to use any large language models out there. I'm sorry.
So you're using a third-party LLM for that portion?
We could, yes. That's not a big part of Rachel today, is what I'm saying.
Thank you very much. In the presentation, you talked about, Rachel knows this and Rachel knows that. So can you go in a little bit more detail on how she knows that and the amount of work that's been, for example, involved with Family Mart? I assume, that ground zero is you plug your system into the Family Mart's database, but what else needs to happen? What else did you do to make Rachel work?
Yes. Very good question. You provide kind of an analog answer, right? So Family Mart, we started the conversation with the president of the 8th company at Itochu Osomi-san, who is now the president of Family Mart. And this, big problem, challenge with Family Mart, of course, how to lower costs, make it more efficient. They have 2,500 supervisors that are each responsible for a dozen convenience stores to make them successful. In rural areas, it takes hours to get to each one of these convenience stores. So they could visit and have a couple-hour face-to-face discussion with the store manager, maybe twice a week, maximum. Okay? And then among the 2,500, they're really legendary supervisors, and then they're novice supervisors. So the idea was to get the best supervisor and really kind of formalize and develop a framework around their best practice, which is pretty much up to the individual and not really shared too much among the 2,500. Okay. That became the core of Rachel's skills. So it's very analog. The Family Mart database is accessible to the store manager. Data is there, but for it to be useful for, every day they have to spend 10 minutes with the most important decision of ordering stuff the next day to maximize loss or minimize loss and also minimize shortage. Right? And so, certain supervisors, actually take what's available in the database and provide their own effort, use the Excel and provide information that's intuitive for the store managers to see and make that daily decision. So all that has become part of Rachel. So the best practice of the best supervisors together with all the basic data, and then Rachel crunches this and provides it to, tailored to each individual store manager. So and then that's what she also talked about, since the company has a lot of game background. With games, engaging customers is everything, right? The users, and in a huge online game, the game actually, the characters in the game and the game itself really customizes to the game player's characteristics. And we adopt that in this platform. So we, through Q&A and looking at how the store managers behave, we categorize the store manager into different segments. And the way Rachel communicates with the store managers vary based on that to really, try to get them to engage Rachel. So these are some of the things that makes Rachel very useful. And in fact, store managers and store staff are turning out to be a real big fan of Rachel.
So how long did it take from
so
go ahead from Family Mart to having the tablet?
we haven't engaged with Family Mart on this project for about 2 years now. So lots of work from scratch. And of course, all along, we have been developing a platform. So we're not doing this as a custom engineering project for Deutsche Family Mart. We have been developing a platform that we can utilize in other industries and other companies. And that's our next big task, is to create a next business that is as interesting as the Family Mart project. So we're looking for strategic partnerships and anybody who's interested, help us get to the next level.
Is there any data collected about what was the result of Family Mart before versus after using the
Absolutely. Yes. Very lots of details. So Couger database collects what was presented to each store manager and how they behave, and how that led to some KPI changes. It's in 1,000 Family Mart stores. There'll be 5,000 by the end of the year. So there's thousands of stores that don't use it. So based on areas and
What is the KPI?
pardon me?
What is the KPI that you're measuring for the success of Rachel? To know that Rachel is a success or not.
So
And of course, increase revenue and the profit. It is a big KPI, and also the some. I explained that there is a supervisor and supervisors task will decrease, and also store's performance is the KPI.
But fundamentally increased revenues, less work for the supervisors. All this becomes possible when the store manager actually engages with Rachel and kind of takes her advice and acts on it. So that's really the most fundamental KPI.
So the two main KPIs you're saying are whether the revenue of the store increased after the introduction of Rachel, and also whether or not that store manager is making use and engaging with Rachel. You have some stores where that's not happening,
Right.
but other stores where it is happening.
Right.
So I assume when you have the conjunction where revenue went up and engagement was big, that's how you're measuring.
Right, and the supervisor task, basic fundamental task went down.
How do you know?
Because these are things that they used to do that they no longer have to do.
And how long does it take for a store manager to, for the store manager and Rachel to be in sync?
Right, so Rachel, when the store manager first opens up the notebook and Rachel comes up, Rachel introduces herself and guides the store manager through what she can do. So there's no manual. And by and large, so far, that's worked fine, and there hasn't really been a need to have seminars and things like that for the store managers to take advantage of Rachel.
You don't have to change our accent or our hairstyle.
For the family man, the Rachel has knowledge for the ideal supervisor, and this is from Japanese, and there's a 4 point. Is Rachel suggests a priority, what is important today. And second one is why you should do it. Rachel explains the reason. For example, this week, this item will be popular, so you should care about that. This is the reason. And third one is feedback for the last week's action or performance. So store manager know they want to know that their action is correct or not. And last one is divine, because the task is many tasks are very complex. So Rachel divine for the some maybe you'll be easy to forget or something. This 4 point.
We want to show you one video that's really how Rachel is supporting the
私、
store
レイチェ
managers.
ルはユーザーの業務をリードし、行動を促進させることが可能です。いくつかの例をご覧ください。私はユーザーに対して何を優先して考えるべ
I'm
きか
sorry, this is all in Japanese, but essentially this is the speed at which Rachel communicates with the store manager today. And you'll go through the 4 points that Atsushi just highlighted, and this is all about. First point is talking to the store manager about priorities of the day.
提示します。
日々の変化を見せて、
日々の変化です。明日は温かい麺、おかずおつまみ惣菜の発注で気温の影響に注意しましょう。
日々の変化を見せて、
This is talking about
おむすび、チルド弁当はここ数日でピンチ感が増加傾向です。私はユーザーに対してなぜそれをやるべきかを説明します。
explaining why, which doesn't happen in AI forecast and suggestions by AI.
まず菓子パンを見てみましょう。過去4週の販売傾向は下がってきています。全体としてはプラス10個の調整が必要です。しっかり調整できれば廃棄ロスを避けられます。私はユーザーに対して実施や実績へのフィードバックを行います。
And of course, as any good coach or manager, provide feedback.
店長さん、本当に発注が上手ですね。調整数の精度が素晴らしいです。今日もいつものようにお願いします。私はユーザーに対して忘れそうな業務のマインドを行います。お疲れ様です。引き続き頑張りましょう。導入チェック対象があるようです。導入確認リストを見てみますか？ お上乗せできるカテゴリーがあるようです。いかがでしたか？私は自分の能力を駆使してぜひ皆さんのお役に立ちたいと思っています。
Another question.
How did you decide the design and the name of Rachel? Yeah.
Yes. Yes. For the name of the Rachel, it's I just named maybe something like AI name, but not strange name and not Japanese name. So yeah, this is Rachel. And for the design, you know, there is some AI like character. It is two characters. One is rewrites animation character, and it is a photograph character, photorealistic character. I think this is Rachel's middle, and middle is I think it's very important. And for the like cartoon character, it's people think it is not like a human communication, but for photoreal, it's a little bit scared, you know. And big game titles, the design is very close to the it's very close to the Final Fantasy, and so yeah, our design is like that. And
So you could change the image if you want, like another company with like another character. It's easy to change.
Yeah. Yes. Of course. We are thinking we provide this kind of Rachel and the another character. Character has some image. Rachel is strong for the retail, and Rachel is very bright, and Rachel is very in Rachel setting is very we have. If we provide some character for entertainment and gaming, this character is more casual and more friendly. And also we are welcome to the another original human agent character. And also we can provide some custom character. Lip sync. We are thinking, but it's actually, we
Can you explain about the gaming part? How do you use the gaming for this?
You hit on a hot spot. He's gonna love talking to you about this. Any other question? While he finds the slide to answer this gaming question.
I'm backing up a question off the gentleman back there. So he asked about the timing of the AI and the manager. And you said you don't need a manager, the AI is just going to take over, or like when the convenience store opens. But what if it's already...
No. We'll guide the store manager through how she can assist.
Correct. However, my question is, there's a current manager and it's going to take over the manager, right? It's going to take over the manager's role. So there's already a manager existing. If there, per se, there's already a manager existing, how the AI can do better than she or he already, as from the first day the AI comes into that convenience store? Or
I'm sorry. So I guess it's all about assisting a person. So in this case, it's all about the AI assistant assisting the store manager. She does not take over the store manager.
Like a deputy store manager.
Right.
So you were saying that the supervisor could only perhaps talk to the store manager and give input and feedback twice a week.
Yes.
With this, it can be more present. So it's not replacing the supervisor.
Right.
It's something to enhance.
Supervisor.
but it's replacing just some tasks, but not all.
Right. So the supervisor can focus on higher human-like tasks to actually operate, manage, and run.
But all the nitty-gritty stuff.
Right.
And
Exactly. Yeah.
This is kind of gaming theory part. this is the core user is achiever. Achiever is want to prove yourself, and the explorer is want to discover some new things. Killer is want to compete other people. Socializer is want to communicate with other people. And for each user, the achiever is want to create a high score. And the explorer is want to know the world. And killer is want to win. And socializer is chat and message they want. And this is very interesting. The achiever is the interesting is by himself. Only his activity. And the explorer is the interest in the world. And killer and socializer they are interested in the other users. So this the low level. For socializer is the ranking or like that. And for the explorer, with the stories and some mappings, the achiever items and the level decoration or high score. Yeah, and this category is into our product. So the user is every kind of user can enjoy based on their characteristic.
So initially, when Rachel introduces herself to the store manager, there will be some questions that she will ask interactively to try to understand which category do these store managers more like. And then with that premise, Rachel will communicate, and through communication, she'll learn more about the store manager and fine-tune, style of communication with the store manager, but based on these categories. So this is the game, industry deep engagement, model.
Yeah, this is our the large communication model we provide because we are creating some communication virtual human agent, and some movie or comics and animation. If they got popular, if there is a big gaming type, for the movie or animation, the time is short. Maybe for 6 months past, get the big hit. But for the game, the Fortnite and Final Fantasy, everybody play for 4 or 5 years, right? And this is game theory's impact. So we provide the Rachel can engage every kind of user for long time, and Rachel understand their user's goal and the capability and the characteristics, and so Rachel support for individually.
And their growth. So the customer for this service is mainly for game publishers, or is it who will be the user for Rachel in this game platform?
This is for any user. So today, Family Mart Manager, Rachel uses this architecture to engage.
Actually, it's not for gaming. This is the concept.
It's the architecture to engage the user, for Rachel to engaged.
Okay, so it's not really targeted to like the game publisher or the real game, users.
It's the theory from the game industry, but we're using it as for
the game,
enterprise
software.
Enterprise, I see.
Yes.
If you don't mind, rather than a question, I may offer feedback.
Sure. Yes.
So, as a good segue to what you're talking about right now, which is the gamification and the engagement with the user, touching a little bit on what I said earlier. I think since you're looking for strategic partners and eventually customers who are going to purchase, having another slide which talks about what success would be in the case of deployment of Rachel, for example, to Family Mart. So you've deployed it to 1,000. So I would assume a good deployment would be that within 3 days the managers are on it, that they're using it, 80% of them are using it, that they're using it 15 minutes per day, so getting some framework that says what an ideal goal would be, and then measuring against that to say, as you can see, this is really good. Because when I see this, I get these flashbacks to Microsoft's Couger, the virtual assistant, that pops up the hat, and so many people dislike that. So even if it was a good idea and it gave better access, the real question is, as you said, the gamification, how do you engage a user, so it's not a novelty that they see once and forget, but it's something that they absolutely depend on and use every single day. So a slide like that would help a lot to understand if this is going to be successful in the next strategic partner or next customer.
Very good point. We have that data together, that's fine.エンゲージメントの度合いを一つのそのサクセスの指標 KPI として測ってこういうことをやってるからどれぐらい早くどれぐらいエンゲージしてくれるかみたいなことをデータで示せば高まるというような良いフィードバック。そうするとフィードバックすると質問になる。Thank you.
So if there are no more questions, the presentation is over. But if you want to exchange name cards, please do so. And there are some people from different industries and investors so on, and we can actually introduce each other. I can introduce anybody. So yeah, just time for socializing. Okay, thank you so much. Atta Alex.